it's never easy, especially to our parents, to our loved ones. It's never easy. And be honest with you, I'm here to tell you myself, because I've been through it. It's not easy. But for word advice, before I get started into my story, I want to tell whoever's wanting out, or who's ever living in a place where they're afraid to, step to their level or whatever. This is your journey. This is your journey. So take your time. There's no time on when you have to come out or anything like that. You do it when you're comfortable. That's going to be the best way to do it. But I never said that it was going to be easy. And you know what? Our parents sometimes feel like they failed as parents by raising people like you and I, homosexuals. No. You guys have not failed. But disowning us, yes, you failed as a parent. Because you know why? Us homosexuals need love too. We do. But even before I came out, the only thing that I honestly wanted was my parents, because I really didn't care about what anybody else thought of me. It is my parents to see me as a person and not a sexuality. Like, that's the only thing that I wanted. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my story, and hopefully this can help, some of you guys who's looking for answers, and advice on coming out to your parents and your loved ones. So I want to say I was in middle school, 12 or 13. I want to say 13, but I was 13, and it was just like, I don't know, there was this one guy named Darius, who I thought was just so handsome. I even tried, to talk to him, be his girlfriend. And it was just when we got in a relationship, I'm not even gonna lie, it wasn't it. It was not it. I tried, but it was just this girl named Jessica, just was everything to me. So it was just let me try to be best friends with Jessica, to see, if that's what I really want. So, in between time, yes, I was trying to find myself, because I was so young, I was young growing up, and it was just I was trying to figure me out. Who never went through that stage? So it's not like I woke up and said, hey, I'm a part of the LGBT community. No, it wasn't like that. But so Jessica, I guess I wasn't Jessica's type. So I'm maybe I should go back to Darius. So moving along, there was this other girl who I grew feelings for and everything. So it was just okay, and we a little thing started kicking off with her and I, and then it was just okay, wait, because I wasn't out and I was popular, so it was just a lot of people knew me, but they didn't know that side because I have not came out. So she wanted to be spontaneous in the hallways, in between class, and it just became too much. So right then and there, it was just hey, you need to speak up, and when you speak up, you need to speak out. So I still fought with that for a couple more years until high school. Here I am in high school, starting to work, starting to buy my own clothes, making my own decisions. So when we get in high school, we prepare to for adulthood. So at this point, I was I really don't want to go into my adulthood living on eggshells, because I was really in a dark place, hiding my true self. You know what I mean? So it's just I need to tell my mom. I have to tell my mom. So, then I wasn't a person that can sit you down and talk to you. When I came out, I had to write my mom a letter. So when I wrote her the letter, I folded it up and I stuck a pen on it, and I gave it to her because she was sitting in the room on the couch. And I went and hid up under the desk in our house. Like, I hid up under the desk. So, I, gave her some time to write back. I honestly can't really remember exactly word from word, but honestly, like, my mom was pissed off. Like, she was pissed off. So, that went on. And then what really got me was, not only did I make my mom upset, like, my sisters made this so hard for me. Like, they gave me my ass. Like, they worst transition ever because of them. But around that time, I wasn't listening to rap and R&B. I was trying to be a goody by listening to like Christian music and gospel music. And it's just like, when they found out, they threw that in my face. Like, oh, you can't listen to Christian music, living like this, and God will never forgive you. Like, they were just saying hurtful things. But you know what? I never broke. Like, I never broke, because this is who I am. This is who I am. Like, it's rather you accept it or you're not. Because you know what? At the end of the day, we're still going to be family. We're still going to be family. So it was just, oh my God. Like, that was like the worst stage in my life. So every night, I want to say like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or on Thursdays, we had like a thing as a family where we go and have like a prayer circle. So we all get in a prayer circle, and just like, to like make me feel better, my dad brought it up in prayer. Yeah, my dad brought it up. He was like, at the end of the day, this is your sister. You guys need to love her regardless of her decision, everything. So it's just like, I thank God for my dad, because he made things a lot better for me. And it's just like, when I came out, and ever since my dad had that talk with them, a burden was lifted off my shoulders. And it was just like, I was living and making my own decisions, and being me, homosexual. But the thing about it is, in my adulthood, I still fought with like, different people. I still have, an aunt who, like, she really isn't for it, but she reminds me that I'm her niece and she's gonna love me regardless. But however, I try the whole, talking to a guy once again, because at one stage in my life, in my adulthood, I was like, maybe this, let me try the other side. And it's like, I did, and it still wasn't it. But I was blessed with a son. Not only one, I have two. But guess what? I'm still me, regardless. Like, I have no title. I'm gonna leave you with this. Stop betraying yourself in thousands of ways to not live up to someone else's standards of what's not acceptable. Be true to who you are, and no matter what, keep pushing forward. Live your life for you and only you. Love who you love. Only you can make you happy. I love you. Stay positive. And you know what? I'm open to, talk to anyone who's needing help. Do not hesitate to reach out. I'm always here and a listening ear.